They came with promises of scholarships, hospitals, and hope. But in Burkina Faso, not all angels have wings. In 2025, a woman named Claire Dubois arrived in Ouagadougou. Charismatic, compassionate, a self-proclaimed savior of Africa's youth. But President Ibrahim Traoré saw what others missed. This is the story of a president who refused to look away, a humanitarian mask that hid a dangerous game, and a nation that said, "Enough." For months, Burkina Faso's security forces watched, listened, waited, and what they uncovered would rewrite the rules of trust in a continent long preyed upon. Asterisk. Scholarship applications, demanding students' family histories, donated laptops with hidden tracking software, a humanitarian who visited every conflict zone and every arms depot. In one explosive moment, a president armed not with weapons, but with proof. This is not just a story of betrayal. This is Africa's declaration. No more shadows, no more lies. The game is over. At 36, Captain Ibrahim Traoré became the world's youngest president. A soldier turned leader, he rose through Burkina Faso's chaos, coups, jihadist sieges, and a nation fractured by foreign exploitation. Burkina Faso, a nation besieged. Since 2015, over 26,000 lives have been lost to terrorism. Foreign partners offered weapons, but demanded gold, uranium, and loyalty in return. In early 2025, Claire Dubois arrived, a French, educated philanthropist. She promised scholarships, tech hubs, and a brighter future. But beneath the altruism lay a web only Traoré's intelligence unit could see. As Claire's popularity grew, so did Traoré's distrust. Burkinabe intelligence had seen this before. NGOs as Trojan horses. By March 2025, Burkina Faso's security apparatus began collapsing. Troop movements were ambushed, gold convoys vanished, and Traoré's inner circle received death threats signed "The Invisible Hand." Her scholarship forms required GPS coordinates of students' homes 90% near army bases or mining sites. The 16th of April, 2025. Simultaneous attacks on presidential guard posts. Jihadists used detailed maps of underground tunnels, maps only NGOs had accessed. Traoré storms into a midnight war room, slamming a dossier. "This humanitarian is feeding our enemies. End her game, now." Traoré's intelligence unit traced the leaks to Claire's laptop. Her charity was a front. Every donated tablet had hidden tracking software. Evidence presented. Surveillance tapes. Claire photographing air defense systems during a school visit. A midnight drop-off. USB drives passed to a man linked to French DGSE operatives. Financial trails. Minus $2.6 million funneled from European shell companies to her NGO. Cryptocurrency payments to jihadist intermediaries. Expert testimony. This wasn't amateur espionage. The level of coordination, militias, foreign spies, compromised NGOs suggests state-backed regime change. Traoré addressing troops. "We fight shadows with light. Expose them all." Raid on Claire's compound. Soldiers seize servers. Maps flagged. Top secret. Decisive actions. Midnight directive. All foreign NGOs suspended. Russian GRU advisors deploy counter-surveillance tech to track Claire's network. Public ultimatum. The 28th of April, 2025 speech. Traoré warns, "Africa's enemies think we sleep. Tonight we hunt." Claire, unaware, hosts a glittering gala. The camera lingers on her toast. To Burkina's bright future, as Traoré's spies watch from the shadows. Traoré's revelation. Projected evidence. Claire's emails. Target acquired. Jihadist payment logs, and her Ivorian safehouse coordinates. Satellite timestamps. her NGO truck circling attack sites hours before bombings. Claire's downfall. Close up. Her smile fractures. She lunges to leave, blocked by armed guards. Traoré coldly declares, "Your charity ends tonight. Burkina is no longer your playground." Symbolic moment. Protesters outside burning French flags versus Claire's convoy, speeding to the airport under guard. Traoré's mic drop line. "We dared to fight. Now we win." The 30th of April, 2025. Massive pro-Traoré rallies. Riots at French embassies across West Africa. Claire's expulsion. Deported to Ivory Coast, where plotters regroup. Her NGO was blacklisted globally. Traoré's resolve. They sell bombs as aid. We say no. AES alliance expands. Mali, Niger send troops to secure Burkina's borders. Traoré walks past a mural of Thomas Sankara, the camera panning to a new slogan. The lion guards his land. Claire Dubois was escorted to the airport, her face hidden behind sunglasses, surrounded by security. News headlines flash. Foreign NGO dissolved. Spy expelled from Burkina Faso. Traoré praised for decisive action. Crowds gather in Ouagadougou's Revolution Square, waving flags and chanting, "Homeland or death." The morning after the confrontation, the city awoke to a new reality. Claire Dubois, the woman who once promised hope, was gone. Her organization dissolved. Her name, now a warning echoing through the streets of Ouagadougou. Citizen interviews. A university student. "We trusted her. She spoke our language, promised scholarships. But now, we know we must be vigilant. Not every smile is sincere." A market vendor, laughing with others. Next time someone says they come to help, we will ask, "Who sent you?" A local journalist. "This was a lesson. We cannot afford to be naive. Not anymore." President Ibrahim Traoré stands before the nation, the national colors behind him, his tone steady and resolute. Traoré's address. "We want sovereignty, and we will take it, peacefully, but we will take it. We will not bow to those who seek to divide and control us. This is a new day for Burkina Faso, for Africa. Let us stand vigilant, united, and proud." Expert commentary. Political analyst. This was more than the exposure of a spy. It was a turning point in Africa's assertion of its own destiny. For decades, foreign actors have operated in the shadows, manipulating, destabilizing. Now, shadows have been lit. Historian. The right to self-determination, once just a slogan, is now reality. Traoré's leadership has reawakened a spirit of resistance and pride that echoes across the continent. Mali and Niger, leaders expressing solidarity, AES alliance troops patrolling borders, and African Union statements supporting Burkina Faso's sovereignty. Pan-African flags, rallies in Bamako, Niamey, and Dakar. Interviews with African leaders and activists. Malian official. What happened in Ouagadougou is a message to all of Africa. We must guard our independence, our resources, and our future. Youth activist from Niger. We are tired of hidden agendas. We want partners, not masters. The struggle for true independence did not end with the lowering of colonial flags. It continues in the boardrooms, the embassies, and yes, even in the offices of NGOs. Burkina Faso's stand is now Africa's rallying cry. Who truly has Africa's best interests at heart? The answer, now clearer than ever, lies in the hands of Africans themselves. Rallying message. Traoré's closing words. Africa will no longer tolerate covert subversion disguised as aid. This is a new era of justice and self-determination. We will fight for our country, or remain slaves forever. We have chosen to fight. The story of Claire Dubois is not just a warning. It is a promise. Africa's eyes are open. The game is over. The story you've just witnessed is more than a cautionary tale. It is a call to vigilance, to unity, and to action. Burkina Faso's journey is not unique. Across Africa, communities face the same questions. Who do we trust? Who truly stands with us? Stay informed. Demand the truth. Protect your nation's future. It's time to look beyond the headlines and slogans. Ask questions. Seek out the facts. Support leaders and organizations that put the people first, not hidden interests. If you are a student, a teacher, a parent, or a leader, your voice matters. Speak up for transparency. Demand accountability from all who claim to help. Local NGOs building wells, teaching coding, and providing microloans, real people making a difference without hidden agendas. Support homegrown solutions. Donate to trusted local organizations. Volunteer your time and skills. Advocate for policies that put African interests first. Learn history. Share these stories. Teach the next generation that dignity and vigilance are not negotiable. Beneath every act of goodwill, there must be truth. For Africa to rise, it must first see clearly. The lesson of Claire Dubois is not about suspicion, it's about discernment. It's about knowing that real progress is built on honesty, respect, and the courage to say no to those who would use kindness as a cover. President Traoré walking through a crowd, pausing to greet a young girl who hands him a drawing of the national flag. The city at dawn, resilient and alive, as the narrator's voice softens. Burkina Faso stands vigilant. Africa stands vigilant. The world is watching, and the world is learning. A final message. Support local. Stay informed. Stand for Africa.